There is a liquid sitting in your grocery store right now. It costs $1, and it has been protecting engines from the exact kind of breakdown that happens on long summer drives since 1961. Almost nobody knows about it. Not because it's obscure, because there's no money in telling you. Here's what it is, why it works, and exactly how to use it before your first World Cup drive. Most American cars spend 90% of their lives on trips under 10 miles. Cold start, quick drive, engine off. Repeat. That pattern actually masks problems. The car never runs long enough or hot enough for any weakness to show itself. A World Cup road trip changes all of that in one afternoon. Heat multiplies every existing problem. A small coolant leak that's invisible on your commute becomes a crisis after 4 hours in 95-degree heat. Stadium traffic is brutal on cooling systems. On the highway, airflow through the grill helps the radiator do its job. Sitting in a line of 10,000 cars inching toward a stadium, that airflow disappears. The engine, coolant, and AC compressor are all running at 100% demand, simultaneously, with no relief. Long miles reveal what short commutes hide. The car that seemed perfectly fine Tuesday morning can leave you on the shoulder Saturday, not because something sudden happened, because something slow finally finished. The fix is $1, and it takes 5 minutes. Here's what it actually is. It's distilled water. A $1 gallon jug at any grocery store, pharmacy, or dollar store in America. Not a filter, not a sensor, not a $400 diagnostic tool. A jug of water that's had its minerals removed. Pure H2O, nothing else. Tap water, you know what most people casually top off their coolant reservoir with, contains calcium, magnesium, and chlorides. Inside your cooling system, those minerals do two things. First, they deposit on metal surfaces as scale, reducing heat transfer. Your engine runs hotter than it should. Not dramatically, just slightly, every single drive. Second, they accelerate corrosion of aluminum components, water pumps, radiator cores, thermostat housings, from the inside out, slowly, invisibly, until one of them fails on an interstate. This isn't new knowledge. In 1961, NASA and the military were fighting a problem called cavitation damage in high-performance engine cooling systems. Tiny pressure bubbles forming and collapsing against metal surfaces. The solution they landed on required mineral-free water as the coolant carrier. That chemistry has been in engineering literature ever since. It just never made it into your owner's manual. We'll get to why in a few minutes. First, here's exactly how to use it. This is a 5-minute job, and I'll show you 5 other quick checks that most people completely skip, coming up right after this. Never open a radiator cap or coolant reservoir when the engine is hot. The system is pressurized. Opening it while hot can cause serious burns. Always let the engine cool completely first. Step 1. Check the level. Locate the coolant reservoir. It's the translucent plastic tank near the radiator with MIN and max lines on the side. The level should sit between those lines with the engine cold. Step 2. Check the color. Healthy coolant is bright, green, orange, pink, or blue depending on your car. If it's brown, rusty, or has particles floating in it, don't top off. Get a full flush first. That's a shop job. Step 3. If the level is low and the coolant looks healthy, top it off with distilled water. This is where the dollar comes in. You're not replacing the coolant. You're adding the correct carrier fluid to bring it back to the max line. Your system should be a 50-50 mix of coolant concentrate and water. Distilled water maintains that without introducing minerals. Step 4. Ask why it was low. A cooling system is closed. It shouldn't lose fluid. If the level was noticeably low, something let fluid escape. Top it off, then check again in a week before your trip. If it drops again, find the source before you drive anywhere. Step 5. Squeeze both radiator hoses, engine cold. They should feel firm but slightly flexible, like a pressurized garden hose. Mushy, sticky, cracked, or rock hard means they're due for replacement. A blown radiator hose on a highway is a zero warning pull over now situation. The hose costs $20 to $40. Not replacing it can cost a tow truck and a blown engine. That's the cooling system covered. But there are 5 other checks that take almost no time and protect everything else. 2 more minutes. Tires. Heat raises tire pressure. A tire at the correct pressure in a cool morning garage will be overpressured after 2 hours on hot summer asphalt. Check all 5 tires the morning of your trip. Cold tires before you drive anywhere. The target pressure is on the sticker inside your driver's door jamb, not the maximum number stamped into the tire sidewall. Overinflated tires in summer heat give you a smaller contact patch and harder braking distances, exactly when you need every bit of grip you have. The spare you've never checked. The spare in your trunk has been losing pressure since the last time you looked at it. If you can't remember when that was, it's been too long. Add it to your pre-trip check, 60 seconds. It either confirms you're ready or it saves your road trip before it starts. Cabin air filter. Running AC on a 4-hour summer drive with a clogged cabin air filter is like trying to cool a room with a blocked vent. The filter restricts airflow. The AC works harder and delivers less. Check when yours was last replaced. If you don't know, replace it. It's behind the glove box in most vehicles. No tools, $15 to $30, 10 minutes. Wiper blades, summer afternoon thunderstorm. Highway speed, 6 cars in front of you. Wipers that streak instead of clearing. At 70 miles per hour in heavy rain, that is not a small inconvenience. It's a genuine visibility emergency. Blades last 6 to 12 months. If yours are chattering or leaving bands of water, $20 to $35, 5 minutes. Battery. Heat is harder on batteries than cold is. A battery that made it through winter on stubbornness alone can fail in a hot stadium parking lot after sitting in 100-degree direct sun for 3 hours. If yours is more than 3 years old and has never been tested, most auto parts stores do it free in 5 minutes. You'll know whether you're driving with a solid battery or a ticking clock. The automotive service industry runs on recurring visits. A $180 coolant flush every 30,000 miles at the dealership generates revenue. A $1 jug of distilled water that meaningfully extends the life of your cooling system between flushes does not. The information has been in engineering documents, racing manuals, and military maintenance specs since 1961. It just never made it into the owner's manual, because the owner's manual is written by the same company that wants you back in the service bay. Here's what that actually costs you over time. Minerals depositing inside a cooling system make the engine run slightly hotter than its design temperature. A slightly hotter engine over years of driving accelerates wear on head gaskets, piston rings, and valve seals. Those aren't $1 repairs. Those are $1,000 to $4,000 repairs. And they happen slowly enough that no single moment feels like a crisis. The car just ages faster than it should. The $1 jug at the grocery store used correctly interrupts that entire chain. 1 hour of prep this week, $1 at the grocery store. And your car handles the whole World Cup summer without drama. If this kept you off the shoulder of I-95, subscribe. This is what we do here every week. Real knowledge, no fluff.